Welcome to Sunday Health Tip. So I hope that you had a wonderful week. Um, this week topic, I'm gonna talk about turning our fears into fun. And so, who wouldn't have fears? I mean, we all have some kind of fears in our life, right? Like I have a fear of going into a big crowd and I have to be polite, that I have to keep smiling. And I fear that when I keep smiling for a long time, then my jaw's gonna hurt. That's funny, I know, but yes, I have a fear of, like being somewhere for a long time, listening and just like, put on a smile for a while. And then, by the time I get home, my jaw is starting to hurt, or I have a fear of, standing in front of the whole crowd and I have to say something, like face to face. And I'm just like, okay, what am I gonna say? What am I gonna tell people? Or with people, are they gonna like me? Is it public speaking actually? And so this is the most common fear that people have, when we talk about public speaking. Or I have a fear of driving by myself to somewhere. Um, Even though, I love to be outdoor, I love to explore the world, I love to be in nature, but I am very clueless, and my husband knows it. I'm very clueless with direction, and so even with the GPS, sometimes I'm so confused. I don't know where should I turn, even if when I listen to the GPS. And so if somebody try to tell me a direction, you have to tell me either to turn right or turn left, but not like going north, south, west, or east. I'll be clueless. I'll be like, okay, I don't know where are those directions. So yeah, people all have different kind of fears. My mom, she has a fear of being alone. She has to have people around her. When she's by herself, she got scared. Um, so yeah, what are your fears? I'm pretty sure we all have some kind of fears that we been holding in and we couldn't express, or when we express, we afraid that people gonna laugh at us or people gonna judge us. But how about turning your fears into fun? Think about, this is not fear, this is not what I am afraid of, into this is what I get to do. I'm gonna have fun with it. And so, like I said before, everybody have a fear of public speaking, and same thing with me. So I never thought that there would be a time that I will make a video like this and talking with you, from the video, making a video and talking with you here. I would never thought that I would coaching clients on the phone or face to face, because I always thought that I don't have the confidence to coach somebody, or I don't have the confidence to stand in front of the crowd and talk. Um, and look what I'm doing right now. Isn't it great? Because I'm, I was turning my fear into fun. Because what was happening is when you thought about something that haven't been done yet, it's not actually happening yet. Why do you put yourself into that situation of getting scared or being feared? It just doesn't make sense, right? And so, yeah, so it's just the way that you tell yourself or reframe yourself in a positive way, turning your fears into your fun. So before, right? I mean, I'm still doing dental hygiene. I'm still seeing my patients 3 days a week, talking to my patients. I have no problem talking to people face to face, but like one or two people at a time, not like in front of the big crowd. Um, I have no problem with that. But I never thought that, okay, I'm gonna be, talking, coaching, especially coaching someone for their health or for their life situation on the phone or face to face. I never thought that I could do that. And so recently, last year, I had this is what happened to me last year. So I've been doing my dental hygiene for since 2006. I graduated 2006. So yes, I've been doing this for 12 years. And for 12 years, I'm just okay, this is my job. I love my job. I love to help my patients. Um, and I mean, I really loved the connection between me and my patients. We have such a wonderful, awesome bondings between me and my patients. And it is a reward to actually, see your patient every day and go home and, have a smile on your face, because you love what you do. But then recently last year, I was sick, and so I had the surgery in October. And after the surgery, I noticed this is the second surgery I had since 2006. So I have endometriosis. And last October, when I did the surgery, my gynecologist, she told me that I had stage 4, which is we have stage 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so 4 is like the most severe case of endometriosis. And I've been managed real well for 12 years, because my first surgery was back in 2006. And that was when I got ready to graduate from dental hygiene. And I think the reason I got sick was because I got so stressed out from my studying. By the end of close to the end of the semester, I needed to look for a patient to do my board, to take my clinical board. And I couldn't find anyone, and I got so stressed out. And I even had a nightmare about looking for a patient to be to do my clinical board. And so I got so stressed out that to the point that I started to have abdominal pain, and I got sick. And after the surgery, I noticed that this is not something that I can just, um, this is something serious. This is not something that you can just, oh, this is, I'm sick, and this is because of the food I eat, or because I don't have a good lifestyle. No, I did have a good lifestyle. I did meditate, I did yoga, um, I ate well. I was 100% vegetarian before, but I got a little bit anemic at the time, and so my doctor said that I have to eat a little bit more meat, and so I decided that I'm gonna do vegetarian during the weekday, and in the weekend I'm gonna do some um, salmon, fish, or some shrimp, just a little bit for myself in the weekend. And so I did pretty good, but it all came down because of the stress. And see, what it led me to is that I got sick, right? Um, and so, yeah, so last October I had the second surgery, and this time I wasn't in much pain, but um, I had symptoms of like ailments of spotting. I didn't really have pain, so I did manage really well, because I know that when I got stressed, my body started to signal, and I started to feel the inflammation and the flare-ups that going on, and so when my body started to signal and tell me that, it's I'm in a stressful situation, I dropped everything. I dropped everything, because think about it. When you got stressed, when you get fears of something, or when you got scared, what does that do to you when it's not even happening yet, right? And so, I mean, all of that just put more pressure. You just put more pressure on you. And what I did was that I put more pressure on myself before, and that's why I got so stressed out, and I got sick, and I got, this inflammation in my body, and I had to have the surgery done. So yes, the reason I got the second surgery in last October, it wasn't because of, um, I'm not sure. Well, I do have chronic stress level. I have to admit that. But I did really manage my stress really well. If I notice anything that, came up, like my heart starting to palpitating, I'm start feeling heavy, heaviness right here, then I just let go of everything. I just dropped everything. So yeah, so last October, I had a second surgery. The reason was that they thought I possibly had some cancerous, uh, um, you know, um, some kind of like tumors, inside my ovary. So yeah, so that's why they did the second surgery, and they did a biopsy. So turned out um, the result came back normal, negative. So yes, yay. But yes, after that, I realized that, uh, this is not working. You know, I cannot have surgery 2 or 3 years. This is already my second surgery, and I'm not looking forward to have another one. And I was thinking to myself, what turned me into this position right now? Is it stress? Is it my lifestyle choice? Is it the way I eat? So I started to sit down and lifestyle choice. Well, I have to say I do have a good lifestyle choice. I do make a good lifestyle choice. Um, Stress, I have to admit, yes, I do have chronic stress every day. Everybody has stress, right? Um, Eating, I eat well, yes. But then with work, I mean, I love doing my dental hygiene, but sometimes it's just the thing is, sometimes I expect too much from the people that I work with, and sometimes it could put a lot of stress or pressure on me, or the pressure on how I perform my work to please that um, the people in my place, or to please my coworkers, or to please my boss, or at home, what do I do to please my husband, or to please my my family members, um, and so that is the chronic, constant stress that I put on myself, and I think that's why it caused the it's starting to cause the inflammation inside my abdomen, my pelvic cavity again. And I had spotting for like 8 months. And that's, like I say, I had no pain, but I had spotting continuously for 8 months. And it was abnormal. I never experienced that before. So, long story short, after the second surgery, um, my gynecologist, she told me, well, Haley, if you in pain again, I told her I didn't have pain. It's just a spotting symptoms. But, doctors, sometimes they in their views, they don't, I'm not sure if she really listening to me, because I kept telling her that I maybe mild pain, but not like severe pain. But anyway, after the surgery, she told me that I had stage 4 endometriosis. And she said that, if I am in pain again, then I need to do a hysterectomy, which I don't want to, because, I mean, hysterectomy is, I am young, and if I have hysterectomy, it would cause a lot of, it says the pro and the cons, and you do know that, without the hormones, you're not going to do good. Besides, I'm a vegetarian. I don't want to take the risk of having osteoporosis. If I had, without my hormones and everything. And I hate to take birth control pills. I have to say that. Because, every time I see my doctor or gynecologist, they will say, Haley, you need to be on the birth control pill. I try to take it for a couple of weeks, go longer, maybe maximum 3 months. And what it did to me is I got really cranky. And I really conscious of myself. And so when I got cranky, I knew right away. I woke up, I got tension, I got headache. I always got like I couldn't breathe. And although, I knew that, I sat down, I meditated, but still the birth control did no good for me at all. So I took myself off the birth control pill. And what do I have to do to manage my endometriosis? And so I started to think about, started to think positive, started to think that I have to turning my life from stressful situation, from a fearful situation, from a um, how do I say, like the last video I mentioned, like a structured life. I need to turn my structured life into something fun, something positive, something I needed to reframe my thoughts. Because it doesn't matter how much money you made, how much money you, I buy myself, the most expensive herbs to treat my endometriosis. And if I don't take care of my stress level, if I don't reframe my thoughts into a positive way, then all that stress is gonna make me sick again. And so so after the surgery, I quit my job, and I quit my job. I worked, I'm working closer to home, to an office closer to home. And I only do 3 days a week instead of 5 days a week like before. So it helps me a little bit now. I still enjoy working with my patients, seeing them, giving, having a good connection with them, treating my patient. But also, because the topic today, we're talking about turning fear into fun. So what happened that the highlight from after the surgery was that I started to looking into a program that is a health and life coach. And at first, I'm like, what is that health and life coach? And I was googling it, and I had really it was something that really calling into like a calling for me, because I felt like this is something that I really wanted to do. This is something that I could not just doing it for the people that I'm coaching, is also for myself, because in order, like I said, in order to be there for other people, to be there, do the best and give the best to serve other people around you, you have to be the best for yourself. You have to be the best, the version of yourself, in order to help or bring your A game to other people. And so I started looking into the health and life coach program. And it was an online program with Health Coach Institute. I was a little bit really reluctant at first, but then I was like, of course, I got fear because I don't know what is this program is really about. That's number one. Number two, it is online. Is it for real, or is this like, just like some kind of program that just want to get your money and not really, teaching you anything. Number three, I have no idea what can I do after I'm done with the program. Do I have the ability to be a health coach or to be a life coach? I know I have something special inside of me that I can offer people, but again, I have that fears that it was prevented me, from signing up for the course right away when I saw that course online. And so it took me like more than 3 months to really look into it. And I finally thought, well, if this is something I really like, I feel like this is my calling. Um, Instead of thinking about it fierce, I just call and sign up for the program. So I signed up for the program, and believe it or not, I signed up. I waited till the first day of the class to sign up. Not like the week before the class started. I waited till the first day when the class started to sign up for the program. And I turned in my fear into fun, because I thought, well, even if, instead of thinking about having fear of what's coming, and even though it's not coming yet, why do I put myself in this situation? And besides, I feel, my heart is feeling like this is the calling, this is what I want to do. Then just go for it. Just go for it. Don't let your fear prevent you or in your way of what your heart desires, of what your heart telling you to do. So I let go of my fear, and I signed up for the program. And the another thing is, when I signed up for the program, um, I got another fear coming, because then, I have to talk to my classmate every week to discuss the material. And I was like, oh my God, are they gonna be able to understand me? I am the only Vietnamese in the class. And I got scared, because I thought that, people gonna laugh at me. If people don't understand me, how I'm gonna coach people, right? That was my fear. But what did I do? Again, I faced my fear. And I think it's, the first day, I remember the first day that I had to call my friend, my classmate, to discuss about the material. My heart was jumping off my chest. I got so scared. But then I thought, I reframed my thought. I told myself that, Haley, you are in this class just like other people in this class. And they are signing up this class for the same reason as you do. They want to help people. They want to be there to support people. They want to be there to encourage people. They want to be there to hold people accountable for their action. And so maybe my classmate will help me, will be there for me, to support me, to help me accountable for my action, to help to encourage me to speak up, to encourage me to do my public speaking better, to help me with my English. And so I reframed that thought. And what I did, I picked up the phone, I dialed the number, and I called my classmate and I talked to her. And guess what? We had fun, we laughed. And she said to me, Haley, I can understand you. You have no problem speaking your English. I can understand you loud and clear. And just like that, she comforted me. She gave me the confidence to, not just talking to her, doing discussion for the materials, now every week we get to call, different people from the class to discuss the material. And I am doing so much better. I have so much more confidence now, because I am turning my fears into something positive and into something that I make it fun. I make it, more like an encouragement step for me. It's like, instead of saying, I have to do this for myself, to put more pressure on me, I reframe my thought into, I get to do this. You see, when I say I get to do this, I smile. I feel more relaxed, instead of I have to do this. And so when I say I have to do this, my face looks just so serious, right? And so when I say I get to do this, all of a sudden, I just smiling. It's just more relaxed. You get to do something. That's the feeling, like, this is the opportunity for you to get to do something, instead of like, I hate to do this. So it's totally different. And still, what do? You're still doing the same thing. You still have to do the same thing, right? It's just the way you reframe yourself. So this is how you turn in your fears, your scare, your how do I say, your worries, into a positive way, into something that make it sound like fun, make it more enthusiastic in a way, so yes, so now, just not that now I'm talking to my classmates every week, discussing the material, coaching them. I also coaching my client, in real life. I'm coaching 3 clients right now. I'm talking to them, and so far, nobody said that, Haley, I don't understand you. And we having great talks, we having great discussion, we laugh, we understand each other, we motivating each other, we supporting each other. So see, this is awesome, this is good, this is something that you're just turning your fears, turning it, make changes of your thoughts, turning it into something that make you feel exciting to do, because at the end you're still doing it, right? And so that's how I turning my fears into my fun. Just like now when I'm making the video for you, the first time I made a video, it took me like almost 5 hours to repeat recording the video because it wasn't perfect. And who am I to be perfect? Nobody's perfect, right? But I got so scared. I got fear of being rejected. That okay, people gonna watch my video and they gonna reject me because my video is not perfect. Who care? I mean, I'm doing this video for free, right? I'm taking my time to do the video to support you, to tell you my life. What is it there that that helped me to make a supportive choice for my life. And so if this working for me, maybe not, it's working for you. And we are here to learn from each other, right? And so yeah, so the first time I made the video, it took me 5 hours repeating the video, make it perfect. Yet it's not perfect, it couldn't be perfect. And so the second time took me less, 4 hours. Third time I made the video, 3 hours. Now look, I just made a video directly and send it. My next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna live stream the video. The reason I haven't live streamed yet, because I picked Sunday to be the day to do the video. But on Sunday, of course, I have to, things that I have to do, and sometimes, I cannot feed my time into making the video live stream. So that's why sometimes I have to make the video like the day before, like on a Saturday, or on a Friday evening when I have time. And so I try to make the video, and then I post it on Sunday in a certain time. And so my next goal is to make the video of live stream. So yes, yes, of course, I got fears, doing live stream, because I'm afraid that people gonna judge me. I'm afraid that people gonna ask me questions, and then I don't know how to answer. But I reframe my thoughts again. Why do I have to let people get in my way of what I am doing? Right? I mean, so what if people judge me? I do nothing wrong. I mean, I'm here to supporting you. I'm here to motivating you. I'm here to kind of help you to live your life in a happy way, to be positive, to motivate you. And nobody is perfect. I mean, if you ask me a question and I don't know, then I'll look for it. I'll say, okay, well, I don't know. I will look it up and I will let you know by the next video. And we can always learn from each other. It's not like I'm doing this video to help you. I'm doing this video to help you, to help me to gain my confidence, to step out of my fears of my public speaking, to step out of my fears of being rejected by people. I'm stepping out of my fears of having judged me, or thinking, they gonna say, oh, she's not knowing anything, she's just saying stuff, her English is not good, this and that. I don't care, right? I don't care, because see, what are these? No one hasn't said anything yet, and I am right now just assuming. I am just right now assuming that you're gonna judge me, you're gonna reject me, you're gonna laugh at me, you're not gonna like me. Nobody said anything yet. See? So why do I have to go that way? Right? And so that's how I turning my fear into something fun, something supportive. And I think, okay, this is how I get to do this video, because I get to practice my English. I get to see how my creativities going. I get to see how my thinking's going. I get to see how I get to see if I get over my fears. I get to see if I gaining my confidence. I get to see if I am actually practicing a healthy lifestyle being the role model for myself. Before, I'm being the role model for someone else. And making the videos gonna help me to do that. Coaching people, talking to people, gonna help me to do that. So here I am, doing this video, talking to you, turning my fears into something that I get to do, that I get to have fun with it, that I get to laugh a lot, that I get to send you this positive energy at this moment. So yes, this is awesome. This is great. So when you have something that in your mind, when you have something that you think you're gonna have fear, you think about, number one, it's not happening yet. It's not happening yet. So don't let it get in your way. Okay? Number two, turn it into a positive thought. Reframe the way you think. Instead of I have to do, turn it into I get to do. Right? Instead of I have to go to work, I get to go to work. Instead of I have to see this person that I don't like, reframe it into I get to see this person, to see if I can be open up to that person more. Reframe yourself of, instead of I have to be at this place that I don't like, into I get to go to this place to experience the connection with people. See? So when you reframe your thoughts, you have this positive, uplifting energy that you can feel right away, that help you to move forward, to keep moving forward, to get to your goal, to get to your destination, to get to what you need to do. So don't think about fears. Don't think about adversity. Don't think about stress, anxiety, worries, scare. Think about you get to do something fun. Think about you get to experience life. Think about you get to experience to be connecting with people. Think about it's a pro-choice that you get to do. Not a destructive kind of way that weigh you down. Because at the end, if you know that you still have to do it at the end, then try to think positive. Okay? So turning your fears into fun, like me right now, turning my fears of public speaking into fun, making the video, singing, dancing, smiling. So yes, so I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Think about, when you think about fear, please reframe it into fun. When I have fear, I'm gonna think about fun. I get to have fun. Okay? So thank you for watching, And I hope you like this video. And please, this is April, so please have yourself a fun, exciting day. Enjoy this moment of here and now. And don't forget to keep smiling. You get to have this smile on your face because it's gonna help you to relax. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I will see you next week for another Sunday health tip. Thank you very much.